right. Happy Memorial Day. Throughout this Memorial Day weekend, many Americans will attempt to place a patriotic theme within the things they do and say. Most will put forth a solid effort to acknowledge the ultimate sacrifice that so many Americans have given to this country. There'll be many memorial services such as this one taking place at your local cemeteries and other monuments such as this one. And as a local Iraq War veteran, I am on occasion asked to speak at these kind of events. And to be completely honest with you, I don't like doing it. I don't like preparing for it. I don't like worrying about saying the right things to the audience. But I do it anyway. Because at times, we all have to do things that we don't like to do. I do it because I owe it to the Americans that fought and died for this country, the warriors who can't be asked to stand and speak because they're no longer with us. As a United States Marine, it's my responsibility to show no emotion. But on Memorial Day, that can be a challenge for me. So in lieu of your typical Memorial Day service, I'd like to stand here and challenge all of you today. I'd like to challenge you to do more things that you don't like to do. To do more with your actions, less with your words. Because talk is cheap. In the days following September 11th, 2001, our patriotism was strong in this country. There was an American flag on every house, on every street corner. And the same scene that same scene is present on the 4th of July, on Memorial Day, Veterans Day. And that's what bothers me. It bothers me that as a nation, we sometimes need a tragic event or a date on a calendar to tell us to get our flags out and wave them high. Folks, our flags should be waving high at every house and on every corner 365 days a year. Things have changed so much in this country, and they keep changing. More and more I see people taking life for granted, taking the freedoms for this great country for granted. As a nation, we need to get back to the basics and value what's important. Your cell phone's not important. Your Facebook status is not important. Your ability to stand and fight with your neighbors when an evil body threatens your freedoms, that's important. Your ability to grab your gun and protect your family, that is important. Don't ever let anybody interfere with your ability to do these things. Ladies and gentlemen, we've all seen it. I think we can all say that our society is in bad shape right now. Okay? Maybe we don't want to admit it, but I'm going to stand here and acknowledge it. Our society, I think, is in bad shape right now. It only seems to be getting worse, and I can assure you that many of the warriors that we memorize on this day are looking down in their shame. They're ashamed as they watch our own government strip away the very rights that they fought and died for. If you don't like hearing this, I'm not sorry. Earlier when I told you I didn't like preparing for a speech and I didn't like worrying about saying the right things, in my preparation for this speech I decided not to worry about saying the right things and to only say what I feel. And to only say what I know our fallen warriors would want me to say. For in every American, you should always find no better friend and no worse enemy. As President Reagan said it best, and I quote, "Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same." End quote. Sometimes we got to stand up and fight. On the other side of this wall, just read this morning, and for those of you that come around seeing it, this is really what this day is all about. It says, in memory of the veterans of all wars, may our nation always remember the sacrifices made and be worthy of the men and women who answered this country's call. Some have survived, some died, some are still missing, but none are ever the same. To these veterans, this monument is dedicated. Let us not lose what they've gained. That's what this day is about, our fallen warriors. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless our fallen warriors, and God bless America. Thank you.
Thank you, David.